Good evening, everyone. It is 10:37 on April 18th, 2023. So today we had our breakout attempt, and this is sort of what I was looking for. Was we had that nice high close yesterday around 77-ish. That really great ramp into the close with very high CVDs, and I was looking for us to get that gap up scenario. Ideally, I was looking for us to hold that gap and continue back above 41.88 and get into that 42.30 scenario. But instead, we opened on really mediocre internals, and the Nasdaq was just it was staying bid off of the heavyweights. But once we lost that bid, it was pretty much game over. Um, Now on the S&P, what we had was we got to that 41.95 number. We had a number of highs there around 94, 95, stuff like that. And that was also corresponding to last week's third standard deviation of VWAP. So getting to relatively expensive prices compared to last week. We flushed down, got below 88, got below that gap close at 77, and the rest of the day was pretty much just churn. It was notable that we did not accept below yesterday's value area high at 68.75, and instead we just kept remaining bid off of there, eventually closing around 79.25 for that 4 p.m. close. So, in terms of trading this tomorrow, I'm not really interested in a ton. Let me just get rid of this crap over here. There we go. And this is what I'm looking for. If we gap down, I'll be waiting to get short 79.25. That's our point of control and the 4 p.m. close. If we do not gap down, I'll be a little bit more aggressive, shorting 77.75. That correspond or 77.5. That being the VWAP close from today. We also have settlement highs there, and then you got your POC and close just a little bit above. So I think it's a nice number overall to be short. And of course, the 75 to 77 area has been key in general. Below there, if we get a gap down and reject today's sessional low at 64.5, if we kind of reject this 64 to 68 area and keep selling down, I want to be short 63.25 for a move into this 55 level where we had that breakout occur late day yesterday. Below there, I'll consider getting long at 44s after tag of 43s and then getting long 32 and 30. Other than that, I don't really want to play anything to the short side. I think if we get a move up, sellers will have failed and we should be able to tag 88 if not higher and start trucking along to that kind of 42.08 zone. Now on the NQ, continuing to look a lot more distributive. I was looking for a breakout attempt this week, and we have gotten it. Yet we've still been unable to break or even tag that quarterly high in about a week now, about 2 weeks now. So the NQ is now back below that kind of 13,200-ish area. 198.25 is my level, and this thing is just looking very distributive. Numerous highs around that 13,200. Now back below there, and in my opinion, we're heading to at least 102, if not the lows of this balance around 13,000. In terms of trading this tomorrow, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. I've got a few spots here that I'm looking to short. If we have a gap down, I'll be short 89.25. Otherwise, looking at short 06 or 18.25. 18.25 being last week's 95% value area high. That's also where you built a ton of inventory before slamming down on this thing. 150-ish holding the bid. We did manage to tag yesterday's VWAP close and get that ramp into the close. That's what I was looking for once we started churning around here, was a tag of that and then ramp, but not really much of a ramp job. Sure, it's 40 points off the lows, but just to the highs of this sort of balance that we made during the majority of the day. Down below, looking to get long 13,100 half. That's just a auction from this Monday ramp, and as well, this has been a nice level, as you can see in general, going back to sort of the start of the month. Below there, not interested much. I'll be taking along at 970 half after we tag 958. Other than that, not really looking for much. In my opinion, just the Nasdaq continues to be distributive, and ES, although yeah, it's going higher on both tickers, we have not tagged a previous day low in I think a full week now. the Nasdaq is just not going higher with these higher lows. Instead, we're just kind of failing breakouts and then getting capped under levels. So I'm not really too convinced by this move up so far on the Nas, especially as long as we're below that 300 and not really tagging that 311, that quarterly high. News-wise, nothing tomorrow. We do have Tesla earnings after the close, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have a slower power hour, if not just slower afternoon in general. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at for tomorrow. Short 77 half or 79 quarter, short 63s if we get a gap down situation and the lows hold, long 44s, long 32s and 30s, nothing to the upside on ES. On the NQ, getting long 970, 100 half, or short 89 or oh 06 or 18 quarter. Nothing other than that. Maybe a short at 311, 311 half, right there. Other than that, nothing for me. Hopefully, we get some movement during the overnight. Looking for that gap down scenario. We'll see if we get it. Other than that, have a great night and trade safe, you guys.